everyone, again. Welcome back to the show. This will be the 367th episode of Inside the Mind of a Roll of Toothpaste. I'm child psychologist Ro Jogan, here with the host, guard number one.
Today, we'll be talking about the love of Romeo and Juliet. All right, anyway, when did their love start?
Well, see, guard number one, that's your name. Their love started when Romeo went
Hmm.
to, I believe it was a Capulet party, which he was not
Right,
invited to because he was a Montague.
right.
Yeah. And he would just happen to be passing by, and he was glimpsing around, as you do, and he was like, "Auga, a pretty lady." And then
Mm.
he fell in love.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, why did they fall in love if they were enemies?
Well, honestly, I don't think that they had that into account, that they were enemies at all. I think they was just, wow, that is a pretty lady. Wow, that is a pretty guy. And so, love is love. Life is life.
So, don't you think that Romeo was moving a little too quick because he just had an affair with Rosalind? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, well, let's the whole point of Romeo's character, his whole his whole character is basically that he's a little hooligan, right? He
Right.
he falls in love very easily, and I guess love is life for him. Love is happiness. In a
Yeah.
part of the book, in the play, he was with Benvolio, and Benvolio was like, "Why sad, Romeo?" And Romeo was like, "I have not what makes a man happy," referring to love, because
100%.
this was
100%.
100%,
Yeah.
100%,
100%. Yeah, yeah.
100%.
So, anyways,
Anyways, basically, he was referring to love. That was right after he broke up with Rosalind, and
mhm.
then he was just Benvolio and Mercutio took him to the party to the party they were not allowed to,
Hmm.
the Capulet party,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so that he could clear his mind, right? And
Right, right,
it worked perfectly, right? He saw Juliet and it was love at first sight immediately. He
right.
was
Yeah.
like Bazunga, that's the girl I
hmm
want to marry. You know?
Right. And
Yeah.
so, do you think that their love was like foolish, or do you think it was actual just love at first sight? What are your thoughts on that?
I would say it was foolish, but if you the balcony scene, they are just they are passionate for each other. I don't know. So it's like usually, oh, love at first sight, blah blah blah. She's so pretty, he's so pretty. But then they're like saying all this stuff to each other. They're like, oh, you're so, oh my God. See, it's like, I will run away with you. Like, you met an hour ago. You gotta,
Not even an
so
hour, it's like 30
not even
minutes.
that. It's,
Yeah.
it's been like 30 minutes. So they have to be really about each other if they're gonna do that, because
But then
I can't
again, you have
imagine.
to consider it could just be the teenage mind because 2 days later they're dead in a tomb together. So,
100%, 100%.
yeah, yeah.
So you have to take into account that, sure, they are
hmm
teenagers, and their minds aren't fully developed, of course. But
Right, right.
also, it's not that they were purposefully trying to rebel. You know, again, they are teenagers and they don't know better than to murder themselves over each other, because they're teenagers, and it's magical love. It's
Right,
like a
right,
fairy
right.
tale for them. 100%.
Yeah. All right. So thanks for being on my podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a pleasure.
See ya.